Hello everybody, thanks for coming out and checking out another video. First off, I want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's now at just over 1,800 subscribers, so it's pretty cool, and appreciate all the support. So gonna try to get into winter camping here. Obviously, I live in Minnesota, and our winters tend to drag on forever, and so I need to find more ways to get out in the winter and enjoy and spend a little more time out there than just simply hiking through a state park or something. I actually want to get out and camp in the state forests if I can, or experience some of the northern wilderness in the winter, because I know it's very beautiful up there. Perfect opportunity to get out without mosquitoes and wood ticks and everything. So I'm really hopeful that getting this hot tent will get me that ability to get out a little bit more and enjoy that stuff. So when it comes to this tent in particular, I pretty much just did all my research online. I mean, like anything, I've found good reviews, bad reviews, good videos, bad videos, and it's just kind of one of those things. Everything's going to have goods and bads about it, and I guess it's just kind of my decision was based on a cost compromise versus reward, and this tent definitely has some things that could be improved. It's from Luxe. Luxe could definitely improve their website and make it a little bit more user-friendly and understandable about what actually comes with the tents. Just understand, this is my first dive into winter camping. I've camped out in the winter before, but never with a hot tent, and so this is all new to me. I am by no means an expert. The one thing I can promise you, though, is that as I use this equipment, whether it succeeds or fails, you will know the honest answer about it. Like any video I've ever done discussing should I buy, nobody gives me the products to review. Nobody pays me to give them a good review. If it doesn't hold up, it doesn't hold up. I have never been a weekend warrior camper who will go out and test a product for 2 days and then come back and give you a raving review on it because I was paid to or looking for views. So understand that anything that happens with the tent, or where it succeeds and where it fails, I'll be honest and let you know about it. So aside from that, this will be a multi-part series. We'll do the tent first. I did get the stove in now, so we're going to try out the stove. We'll do the burn off on that. It is actually snowing outside right now, and so pretty excited now to get out there and put this stuff to use. So without any further ado, I will leave you to the video. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Hey everyone, that's right. I have bought another tent. Can't help it. Anyway, what this tent is this is the Luxe Hexpeak 3-person tent. It's supposed to be a hot tent. Now, I am by no means an expert in tents, or hot tents especially. All I know for sure is that since winter seems to last for 11 of the 12 months here in Minnesota, I want to be able to get out more and do more camping during the winter months. I've always wanted to try hot tenting. I've always wanted to go camping in the winter, to be honest. And so hopefully this will give me that opportunity. I'm just getting into this. I have done a little bit of research and have picked out some items that I'm willing to give this a try with. So this is kind of a first impressions video. I did open everything just to see what was in here. And so I'll kind of go over my first impressions, what I'm seeing. This is the first time I've actually set it up, and so it'll kind of be a real-time reaction to it. So it does come with a stuffed sack here. It did come with some tent stakes, spikes, whatever. They kind of remind me of the MSR ones with their color, but they're much flimsier. They're those aluminum kind of triangular shaped ones. Then there is some extra cordage in here. Obviously reflective cordage, it looks like. I ordered the bathtub floor for it. It's the solo floor. It did come with the stove jack, I believe they call it. It's basically a material that's heat and fire resistant, and that will actually secure to the outside of the tent and allow you to put your chimney through there. Came with a strap here. I'm assuming the strap is to wrap the tent back up so that you can get it back in the bag. I'm not sure. And then the tent itself. And that was it. There's no instructions for setup as far as I could tell. All right, so I actually did not realize it when I purchased the tent that it does not come with the center pole. Why you would not include the center pole with the tent is beyond me. Frankly, their website's a little hard to use and kind of confusing. I reached out twice to try to get some answers out of them, and they didn't care to take the time to respond. So that's fine. You know, I'm sure they're busy, but you know, it is what it is. So I have here a pole that my grandpa made. He likes to make walking sticks. He carves sticks down and then he lacquers them and makes them real nice and makes walking sticks. So I'm 5'9", so this has got to be right around 6 foot. So, and I think this will be just the perfect height to do this with. I guess we'll find out. I did order a center pole after I realized that it didn't come with one, but nonetheless, just be aware that's something that you know, you're gonna have to pick up on your own. So I'll lay this out here and we'll see what we can get figured out here. I've never set up a TP tent before, so this will be a first time for me. But I'm sure I can figure something out here. All right, so what I ended up doing was I had the tent very tightly staked down as it was laying flat. And in order to get this pole in there, I just loosened all of the tie downs, the stakeout lines, and that gave me the extra room I needed to get the tent standing. And then I believe should be 2 more spikes in here. Yep, and we do the front and back. All right, so they say that when it's all set up, you should have no wrinkles. I am assuming that I can just tighten these to get her straightened out a little bit. All right, definitely makes a big difference. Tie-downs ain't too bad. Really have no clue what this is here. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, so essentially, I think we got it up. A little bit of practice, I think like any tent, it'll be real easy to do. Alright, so we got our tie down here for the door. Alright, and there we go. We have a standing tent. My pole is not straight, but I'm okay with that right now because this is just kind of a test setup. So, I mean, as far as ease of setup, that's not too bad. Let's take a look at this stove jack here. All kinds of carbon monoxide warnings on it. That's fair. Yep. I've seen people say that you should put a carbon monoxide detector in here, and that way you'd be alerted if the tent wasn't venting good enough. We'll see what I decide to do with that later on. So this comes off. So there's a flap on here. I assume flap goes up. That helps with shedding rain and snow. And it just Velcros right on the side of the tent. This was one of the things I actually reached out to the company about was, does the tent come with this piece sewn on here? No one responded. Again, no one responded to that. And so, yes, it did. It did come with the whole pre-cut, came with the stove jack and the Velcro and everything attached to the tent. So I was really happy about that because I wasn't quite sure. It says like optional stove jack and stove whatever. It did come with it, so that's nice. And then I assume that, yeah, you can put this right over the stove jack if you need to seal that back up. Pretty easy. I like it. Let's see here. All right, so here's your cover for that. Here's your stove jack flap. This was pre-cut. So this is where your tent stove chimney will come through. So not terrible. Pretty easy. So let's take a look on the inside. I'm not quite sure yet what is going on with this hole. So that is something we'll have to figure out. A little walk around here. I would do some adjustments here if I was going to leave this set up for more than just the night. Obviously the stakes aren't in very far because the ground was frozen. It's partially frozen. But yeah, I mean, that seems to be pretty decent for a first time setup. Heading inside, like I said, you can see I got the walk-in stick here holding it up, which is just for now. I do have a real pole coming, and just was not aware that it didn't come with one. So like I said, I'm still gonna have to figure out what this is here. This is a hole straight to the outside. I would assume it's a vent, but I am not sure at this moment. So that'll be something I still have to learn. So there's the stove jack hole. There is does look like a little extra material up top there where the pole will hang in there. And yeah. So like I said, these gaps around here would be less if I was to put the stakes in a little closer to the ground, or get the stakes a little deeper in the ground and do a better job. But this is just a preliminary setup, like I said. So it's not bad. I think room-wise, it's going to be plenty. Obviously the stove will sit right here. My bed would probably be there. And then a ton of firewood. All right, so the other part of this that I purchased was the bathtub mat, whatever you want to call it. It's just the one-person rectangular bathtub. Trying to figure out how to set up the bathtub mat here. I'm not exactly sure how you are supposed to hook that into this tent. Maybe you just use ground spikes, or maybe it's supposed to connect to the outer spikes. I honestly don't really know. There's no directions here. Here's your directions. There is none. So, interesting. So yeah, I'll have to do a little research on that one, see exactly how this thing is supposed to connect in here. This is the one that the link on that page offered you. So I guess, yeah, we're just gonna have to see what we can find out online, because that's really not very helpful at all. All right, yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, that's about it, I guess. I just kind of wanted to set it up and see what it would look like. And I mean, it's a tent. I guess I don't know what else to say. It does feel roomy. I feel like I have plenty of room in here to do whatever I need to do. I feel like laying down in here will be no problem. And once I get this bathtub figured out, you know, maybe throw a mat in here and see what it feels like. But I mean, it'll stand nice. I have no doubt once I get the right size pole for it, you know, just using Grandpa's walking stick here. But you know, I mean, it's all I had at the moment. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I know that the website did say that if you're going to be out in wet conditions, you're supposed to seal the seams, which again to me is like, why can't you do that? So no pole with the tent. The seams needed to be sealed. I'm okay doing the seam sealing, but you know, a quality product from a quality company, that would have been done for you. I mean, let's just be realistic. There's no reason I should have to do anything after I buy a product. Whether it's a winter tent or not, just seal the seams. It costs, what, $7 for a tube? And, you know, if you got people out there that are putting the tents together, how much time does that really take? Charge me an extra $10 then, I don't know. But anyway, so like I said, these are just first impressions. It seems all right. I mean, I think it'll work out just fine. So, I look forward to giving it a shot. I look forward to setting it up in the winter with snow on the ground and actually seeing what how the snow flaps hold. Obviously, right now I've got it up kind of high, and they're not really holding on to anything. So they're just flapping in the wind. But anyway, for now, that's pretty cool. I look forward to getting the stove in here and seeing how that looks. And of course, getting out in my first couple nights in this thing. I think it'll be a great time. And I really look forward to doing it. Even though this isn't the perfect setup tent or the perfect tent right out of the box, I do think that there's a lot of potential here to have a good time. So yes, there's other options out there. Yes, I could have bought other tents that have different features. Let's see. So yeah, let's just do a walk around here. We'll take one last look at the tent, and I'm gonna make this a multi-part series too, I believe. This is obviously the first part of this series. We're getting our first looks at the tent, what I think of it, and then when the stove gets here, we'll do a video for that as well. And then obviously we'll get out in the snowy cold of Minnesota and put this thing to test and see how it works out. So, but anyway, for now, that's pretty much gonna do it. This is, like I said, this is just a quick look at the tent and my first impressions setting it up. So